Hello everyone, my name is Johnny Mapp, CEO, BikePaparazzi.com. First of all, we'd like to thank everyone for their support, man, beyond the last 15 years of filming, photography, art, and inviting us out to cover your events, man. It's been a blast, man. I can remember back in 2003, the first time I was drawn to the motorcycle community was the National Bikers RoundUp, 2003 at the International Airport out there. I can remember my first interview like it was yesterday with Lamar. And ever since then, you know, there's been a connection to what we wanted to accomplish because we saw something beautiful out there, and it was us. And, you know, it wasn't all the negative things you see on the news. It's just free press.
That news is on 13 killers. What's your first round up? No. Fifth one, what you think about it? It's all right. It's all right. Where to rate them on all the ones you've been to? It's all right. The best place in Atlanta is Stroke, dog. It's in that half. The blue flame, man. The blue flame. The blue flame is in out there.
And that's what we became, was free press, and that allowed us to come out and cover events, travel up and down the United States and cover events, because there was so much beauty out there of the paint jobs that we saw on the bikes and the people that we interviewed, and everyone told a different story of where they came from the different clubs they were involved with, from how many people were in the clubs, and that right there was the brotherhood that we kind of fell in love with. So that's one of the reasons why when you always see us working out there, we got our colors on.
I'm from Washington, D.C.
How many roundups have you been to?
I've been to 5 roundups.
5 roundups? What do you think about the Atlanta roundup?
Atlanta roundup is off the hook with it. What just happened is no good.
What just happened?
Dog pound, and a young lady come over here drinking a lot of liquor, all drunk.
Yeah.
And saw my girl here in the finish.
Yeah.
She asked me for some ice, but it's all good.
It's all good. So who's dog pound?
I'm dog pound.
Step on that right quick. Let me get it.
Dog pound.
Step on that right quick. That's your logo right there?
That's our logo right there.
Yeah.
This is Frankie.
Yeah.
This is Frankie's bike. Atlanta roundup is good. It's good.
Everything all right now?
Everything.
Because that's what we believe in, is just supporting the beautiful things about our sport. And then we started to cover motorcycle grudge racing and racing. I think Sendra, we started covering Sendra. Sendra we covered in Valdosta, Georgia. That was back in the early 2004, 2005. And then we became addicted to motorcycle drag racing. And there was something coming of nature then. There was something coming out called Grudge. And you know, these guys, they didn't get a lot of coverage. Didn't get a lot of coverage at all as far as with the Grudge. And what we have now, from 2003 to 2018, we have over 40 independent documentaries. That's what we've accomplished. Everything right in an hour. And how we put these things together, where we would travel to events, we would take photos, and then we do video. We video, and during the day when the big races came up, and we take photos all day when the light was good, and then we started to put together these documentaries because it just wasn't a market, and we felt that there was a market for this if we could get it to the people. So we started putting together our independent documentaries. You know, everything came out of pocket, you know, because there really wasn't a lot of sponsorship back then because of Grudge, you know, but we pulled everything out of pocket, and we put the photos that we took, we put the highlighted photos on it, and on the back of them we also put 3 to 4 different photos on there, and we put summaries of what was all going on in these documentaries. And we would put maybe 3 to 4 different races that we shot in that particular 2-month span on the back of these videos, because we were dropping videos, probably like 3 videos per summer, you know, because it started off with YouTube would only give me 15 minutes. So we're trying something new. We're going to Patreon. Patreon.com/Bike Paparazzi. It's going to have exclusive exclusive footage. From those races that we used to shoot, we could only get 15 minutes on YouTube. We're doing exclusive footage because we used to shoot for hours at these events. We used to shoot maybe 2-3 hours of footage at an event, but we could only post at this particular time 15 minutes on YouTube for the last 15 years. So we're going to have exclusive footage. We're going to be going back and posting some of the older videos where we're shooting the high 8 videos into the small cassettes, and now everything is going on the chip. And we're asking you to come over and support us. Recently this summer, we traveled to Bud Creek, Maryland.
Sound competition going on right now. They hitting it too.
For the XDA motorcycle extravaganza. It was an eye-opening event for me because of the motorcycles, the Harleys, the sound competition. And when we go to patreon.com/Bike Paparazzi, we're going to be able to put the sound competitions up. Because we're going to have more music leeway, more documentary footage. As an artist, main thing we want to always see is our original footage, not doctors, not altered. This is not a reality show. We want to keep it 100% with what you see out there. We would like to keep the music that you hear in these competitions. We want to keep that so you can be the judge of what you hear and what you see out there. And a lot of other things we're going to be posting is the lost and found grudge of racing. We're going to go back. We're going to go back into the early 90s. 96, 97, 98, when we started, we were shooting custom bikes in our studios. We were doing motorcycle shoots before we even started to cover motorcycle racing. And at that particular time, there wasn't any kind of funding at all. So we had to come up with an idea. We had to come up with an idea so we could maintain and we could travel and we wouldn't have to ask people for anything. So that's where we come at with BikePaparazzi.com, the apparel. As a screen printer and as an artist, you can see these are all some of my works as a photographer, and these are photography photos. And as an artist, there you want your freedom. You don't want to have anyone to tell you what you need to post or what you shouldn't post. Here, when we move to Patreon.com, we're going to have more freedom with that. That's one of the reasons we need you guys to come on and support us. If you've ever put you on one of our documentary covers or anywhere in our documentaries, if we've ever taken photos of you, if we've ever caught you action photos, if you're doing wheelies or seen you on your Harley racing, come on over and support us. We have 3 different levels you're going to be able to support us at. I got the idea from early this year. A friend of mine who I've been supporting for the last 10 years, he just came up and handed me a $100 bill. I said, I don't have any change. He said, no man, that's for you. He said, that's for what you do out here for us. You know, and I started thinking, I said, wow, that's awesome, you know. And I come to find out there are more people out there wanting to support, because the older generation, they understood what Bike Paparazzi was trying to get across. Is the originality of who were out there doing it at that particular time and who was racing. And so that particular time, we had to go out and we found a place where you can come and support us and make donations, and that way we could travel to more events. We could upgrade on all of our equipment because I've been shooting with the same equipment for the last maybe 4 or 5 years, these small cameras. And then we could have more people to thank for that. And we can also thank you when you come over and support us on Patreon.com/Bike Paparazzi and be a part of this over 40 documentaries within the last 15 years that we put out and we've sold all over the United States to push this sport. But as far as my motivation really came from this XDA motorcycle Harley competition. It was a 2-day competition, and I was just really inspired by all the beautiful Harleys and where we came from in 2003 to where we are now with the big wheels, the music, the paint jobs, and right now I think something called a slingshot has maybe come out in the last 10 years, and these were some of the most beautiful machines that we've covered. I know this year, you know, maybe ever, because we don't usually get to see this many collection of slingshots and custom Harleys together at motorcycle drag racing events. So this is one of the highlights of our summer, and it's really got me motivated a little bit more to be able to travel to more of these events. And I'm saying, with your help and support, patreon.com/Bike Paparazzi, you can come on there and you can make donations, or any kind of donations, or if we've ever put anything on a video or taken a photo to make you smile, or make you happy, or make you feel good about what you were doing. That was the whole point of Bike Paparazzi, was to come out and support what everyone is trying to do and love, and show the world how beautiful this sport really is. You know, because free press, it ain't free if you can't get to the events. It's not free if people are not really supporting you. And we've been able to be a part of free press for the last 15 to 20 years. And we're going to be uploading some of our lost footage, some of our model shoots, all this. I'll have more leeway and copyright freedom through patreon.com. So we'd like to thank everybody, and here's a little footage of more footage of the slingshots and Harley Davidson's events from XDA, and we want to thank those guys for the Class Act event and inviting us up and taking care of us, and always make sure we've at a good position to go out there and film and video us, and we appreciate you guys for that. Check us out, patreon.com/Bike Paparazzi. Thanks a lot. 42 documentaries in the last 15 years in. We hope we made somebody smile, and make sure your collection is up to date. And you can find out about all the titles of our 42 documentaries from our 2003, which we've showed you some of, to one of our biggest XDA slingshot custom Harley sound competitions, where you could really hear the music and judge for the winner yourself who the winners were. Thank you very much. Johnny Mapp, Bike Paparazzi, YouTube, Facebook. Thanks a lot.